أهلا وسهلا فيكم. Hope you are well and have a wonderful day. Welcome to another session of learning Levantine Arabic through Fairouz songs. This is one of my all-time favorite songs, so hopefully you like it. And there are some really nice vocabulary to learn. I guess some of the poetry, some of you might find it a little bit difficult to understand or get your head around it, but welcome to Arabic. However, there are some really nice vocabulary you could use. It might come in really handy in your love life. So you never know. Let's give this a try. Let's start.
شايف البحر شو كبير كبر البحر بحبك.
Great, let's come back to the first one. So شايف, شايف, do you see? So شايف here is the active participle of the verb شاف, which is widely used in Arabic. So people say شايف, do you see? Or can you see? Or are you seeing? On that meaning. شايف, do you see? البحر is the sea. So بحر is the sea. شو, what, or how. كبير is big, meaning do you see how big the sea is? شايف البحر شو كبير. The second part she says كبر البحر بحبك. So كبر البحر بحبك. كبر, which means as big as. As big as. So كبر البحر, here this is the verb كبر. Sometimes people tend to use this verb كبر on the meaning of like I grew up. So I would say أنا كبرت بسوريا. I grew up in Syria. كبر البحر, as big as the sea. That's the sea. البحر بحبك, I love you or I adore you. So can you see how big the sea is? I love you as big as that. How lovely and romantic is that? Probably don't use on your first date.
شايف السما شو بعيدة بعد السما بحبك.
Similarly to the first one, she uses the verb شايف. شايف, which means can you see? السما, sama is the sky. السما. شو, how or what or to what extent. بعيدة. بعيدة, which means far or further. Note here, it's written pretty much in dialect, so you would not see it written with a ya. It should be written with ta marbuta, the circle with two dots on the top. So similarly to the first one, do you see how far the sky is? شايف السما شو بعيدة. Do you see or can you see how the sky is far or is big? بعد السما بحبك. بعد, which means far, the furthest. السما, the sky. بحبك, I love you. And here meaning I love you as big as the sky. So بعد here refers to the length, meaning I love you as the length of the sky. It goes on. So again, it's lovely if you look at it from one end, and it could be too much from the other end. You decide.
كبر البحر وبعد السما.
Again, she repeats it back again. So كبر البحر, as big as the sea, وبعد السما, as further as the sky. With the overall meaning, that means I love you as big as the width of the sea and as the distance of the sky. So that's what it means. So we've got the two verbs كبر وبعد. Then after that she goes بحبك يا حبيبي. حبيبي, which means darling.
بحبك يا حبيبي.
So then she says بحبك, which means I love you. يا, you. حبيبي, which means darling or sweetheart. Similarly here, بحبك is she's here addressing a masculine, but you could use it to address a female or feminine. You'd say بحبك. So just change the ending from an ak to an ek. So بحبك versus بحبك to female, to a girl. Then after that, she goes and repeats it a number of times. I'm not going to go through all of it because it's pretty much the same and it gets repetitive. So I'm going to skip to the next one.
نطرتك أنا ندهتك أنا.
Okay, natar. Natar, which means to wait. Natar is to wait. Natartak, I waited you. But what does it mean? I waited for you. Ana, me. Natartak ana, I waited for you. Nadah. Nadah, which means to call or shout for. Again, we do have lots of synonyms in Arabic, so you could choose whichever you like. This is as well as used nadah. Nadah, which means to call or shout for. Nadahtak, I called for you. So I called you. Nadahtak. نطرتك أنا. ندهتك أنا. I've waited for you and I called for you.
رسمتك على المشاوي.
Great. Rasam, which is to draw. Rasamtak, I drew you. So this is the past tense. Rasamtak, and the verb rasam is transitive, so you could add the object pronoun directly to the verb. And this is something I'm going to look at it, as a number of you asked about the object pronouns and when we tend to add them and when not. So I'll have a look at it in due course. Rasamtak, I drew you, ala, on المشاوير. It's used in Levantine Arabic to refer to walks or going out for a walk, but it could refer to the walk and to the trips or the walkways or the journeys that you used to take thinking of somebody or just going out for a chill, just going out for a walk. So here what she means, I drew your face either in her imagination or on the horizon, on my walks or while walking, meaning or putting an emphasis that I even thought of you on my walks. So رسمتك, رسم is to draw, رسمتك على المشاوير.
يا هم العمر يا دمع الزهر.
Ya ham. Ya here, it's a particle in Levantine Arabic in particular. It's used to shout for somebody, ya, and it's always followed by the person's name. So say, Ya Ahmad, you Ahmad, or Ya Sarah, you Sarah. So here, ya in Arabic, it's used as a particle to direct somebody's attention, or when people tend to call for each other. And that call here, it's not in person, so she's calling him. Yeah, and the word ham, it means worry. Al-umr is life. And here what she means, oh, you who are my life's worry. Yeah, again, it's the particle. Dama is tear, T-E-R. So dama, which is a tear, is zahr, the flower. So what she means, oh, you who you are, the worry of my life, and the tea of the flowers. And the poet here, we don't know, but it could be the water once you walk early in the morning through the grass or through the flower meadow, and you see it's very kind of wet and there's a lot of water. So that could be what the poet is meant for. Again, yeah, that's our particle, mawasim. Mawasim, which means seasons. And actually, this is a word, you use it in English. Monsoon, which is a word you use in English. It is derived from this Arabic word, which is mawasim. Mawasim, which is seasons. Al-asafir, asafir, again, refers to the birds. And as the literal translation for it, you are the sorrow or the sadness that comes with the bird's migration, or from the bird's migration because they've gone away. Ma awsa al-ghabe. Ma in Arabic has a good amount of meaning, so it doesn't always means not. Here it means what or how. Awsa, this is the allative, which comes from the adjective wasa, so awsa, wider or widest. Al-ghabe is the forest. And the overall translation, it means, do you see how wide the forest is? ما أوسع الغابة. وسع الغابة قلبي. وسع الغابة قلبي. وسع, which means as wide as. الغابة, the forest. قلبي, my heart. Meaning, that much wide is my heart, or my heart is as wide as this forest. Ya مصور عبابي. Ya again is the particle dragging somebody's attention. مصور, which means pictured or photographed or portrayed. It comes from the verb صور, which is to picture or to photograph or to portray. Aha, it is abbreviated from ala, which means on. Bab is door, and babi is my door. Ya مصور عبابي, meaning I've pictured you by my door, or I've seen you by my door, or I've imagined you by my door, probably maybe waiting for me. So I guess that's the overall meaning. I've pictured you, or I have imagined you waiting for me by my door when coming back from my walks. ومصور and photographed بقلبي, in my heart. So again, is related to the previous sentence. I've pictured you, I've imagined you waiting by my door when I come back from my walks, and I've pictured you. I have it engraved in my heart, or I have it portrayed or imagine it as well in my heart, so I have it the same in my heart and my mind.
نطرتك سنة ويطول السنة.
نطرتك سنة ويطول السنة. نطر is to wait. نطرتك, I waited for you. نطرتك, I waited for you. سنة, a year. I waited for you an entire year. ويطول السنة, and what long that year was, or how long that year was. So here the meaning is self-explanatory.
واسأل شجر الجوز.
واسأل, and ask. شجر is tree. الجوز, the walnut. And if you don't believe me, ask the walnut tree.
شوفك بالصحو جاي من الصحو.
وشوفك بالصحو, and I see you when I wake up. And as you see here, the picture here portrays it really nicely. So صحو is the dawn, when the sun rises. وشوفك بالصحو, and I see you the first thing when the sun rises. جاي, coming, من الصحو, with the sun. I think about you when the sun rises, coming along with the sun. So the thought of the person, or could be the figure, or could be the image. So that's what it means. وشوفك بالصحو, جاي من الصحو.
وضايع بورق اللون.
وضايع, and lost. Wa here means and. ضايع, which means lost, and that's the active participle from the verb ضاع, which means to get lost. ضاع. So ضايع and lost. Be in ورق, which are the leaves. ورق. اللوز. لوز is the almond tree. لوز could refer to the almond and the almond tree. وضايع بورق اللوز, and it means and lost among or within the almond leaves. So here what she means is that the sun is her love. So when the sun comes out, she thinks of him, and with the sun he comes, but when the sun rises and there is a bit of a wind, so that shine, it gets lost or gets blocked by the leaves. And here what she says, وضايع بورق اللوز, and you get lost among or within the almond leaves. ما أصغر الدمعة. ما here it doesn't mean not, it means what or how or do you. أصغر is smallest or smaller, so that's the adjective from the adjective صغير. الدمعة, الدمعة is the tear, and the overall mean translation, it means do you know how small the tear is.
أنا دمعة بدربك.
أنا, I am, الدمعة, the tear بدربك, in your way. أنا, I am, دمعة, the tear, بدربك, in your path, in your way. So be is by, in. Darb is path or road, and ak refers to you masculine. And the overall meaning, it means I am that small tear in your way or in your path.
بدي انظر شمعة.
بدي, I would like, I want. انظر, انظر, which means to make a wish. So nadar, which means to make a wish. بدي انظر, I'd like to make a wish. شمعة, by the candle. بدي انظر شمعة, I'd like to make a wish by the candle. So if you go to the church, you put a candle and you make a wish for your loved one. So here what she says, similarly to that, بدي انظر شمعة, I'd like to make a wish by the candle.
وتخليني حبك.
وتخليني, and hopefully it makes me حبك, to love you. وتخليني حبك, وتخليني, so here the conjugation is conjugated with the candle because the candle is feminine, شمعة. وتخليني, so it lets me حبك, I love you. But here she means the opposite. She means, and hopefully you love me. وتخليني حبك, so I let you love me, or hopefully wishing by the candle, or hopefully the wish comes true, and then you love me in return. So the lyrics go back again and it gets repeated. شايف البحر شو كبير, كبر البحر بحبك, and so on. So it gets repeated. I'm not going to go over that again because I've just went over it. Again, as you see, the poetry here is very strong, is very poetic, is very romantic. Again, it depends. Some people might think, oh wow, it's too much. And some people might say like, oh wow, that is just so romantic and lovely and it's full of emotions. So yeah, Hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully you find it helpful. And if you did, don't forget to whack that like button. It does help the channel a bit. So if you like these videos, do definitely consider to subscribe and support the channel. Alongside this tutorial, in the comment section below, I'll leave a PDF file which you could download for free. You could see the translation, you could see the lyrics, and if you want, you could give it a try and sing. Yeah, it would be lovely to hear. I'll spare you. I'm rubbish at singing. Well, you don't want to hear me singing. Great, guys. With that, I'll end today's tutorial. Hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. And as usual, if you did, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. It does help the channel. Till next time, stay safe. Ma salame.